driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm still waking up. Don't you hate it? The first thing you do is spill coffee on yourself. I hate that. Oh, well. I still love you, coffee. I still love you. It's okay. It's Monday. We start to a new week. Getting closer to Christmas. Soon the holidays will be over. We'll be working on our New Year's resolutions. I already know what my New Year's resolution is. I didn't actually start doing New Year's resolutions till last year. So, before that, why? Why? So today, we're talking about, the daily reflection goes in sets. And right now, it's covering the 12th step. What it's covering is how we should be working with other alcoholics. That's what it's covering right now. Give me 1 second. I apologize. I'll go with purple then. All right. Hi, Patricia. Good morning. All right. So, and also what I'm probably going to start doing, if I remember, is putting the page number in on where we're going to be talking out of. Good morning, Chris. Good to see you. This is going to be Alcoholics Anonymous 139. 139. Broncos won yesterday. Yay. I think what's more important about yesterday is that I went to 2 meetings. I think that's more important than any Bronco game. You know, I think I only watch them out of habit anymore. It's just I've watched the Bronco game every Sunday for years. I'm just not into it like I used to be. I usually clean. I'm half watching it. I'm like, yay. So I may find something else to do on my Sundays. I don't know. Maybe next year. Let's move on. Working with others and understanding the malady, and this is going to be about patience, understanding, and some empathy. We're going to be talking some empathy today, but let's do the introductions. My name is Dion, and welcome to the Daily Trudge. We've gotten a couple of new people lately. Good morning, Gary. Good to see you. So, if you are joining us for the first time, I do this every day where I go live and just do a little thing out of the big book, usually out of the daily reflection. So, man, might get a little noisy. Cats are on fire this morning. So, if you are following along, I'm going to send a message to a friend real quick. In case they are not on. Katie, are you on? All right. I'm going to let Katie know. And I'm going to let Ingrid know too. Thank you guys for letting me do this. I appreciate it. And I know they do also. All right. I should have done that before. So understanding the malady. What malady are we? What malady? Because I only know of one malady, and that's the spiritual one. So if we're understanding the malady, this will be spiritual in nature. There's more to the malady than this, just that. What is malady? Well, malady is a set of troubles. It's all the troubles that I am going through. It is being in a tight spot, right? Man, we're in a tight spot. Oh, brother, where art thou? We're in a tight spot. We're in a tight spot. How's my hair? How's my hair? All right. So let's get started. 163, I believe, is. Nope, I know that's not it. 139. I don't know how my dyslexia did that one. Actually, I do. It was set on threes. That's what it was. 139, 163. To me, it's the same. Weird. Are we going to be in two employers? We are. We're going to be reading out of two employers. We do not get to do this often. In fact, I should cover this whole chapter at some point. When was the last time you read Two Employers? When was the last time anybody in a meeting read anything out of Two Employers? It's one of those chapters that people just don't talk about. We also don't talk about Two Wives. The family afterward is often quite not covered either. In fact, I think the family afterward deserves its own due. A lot of stuff we're not covering. Makes me want to start up a big book study. So 139. Okay. I'm gonna start back a little bit. It feels like we're in the middle of a story because we are. I wanted to throw up my hands in discouragement, for I saw that I had failed to help my banker friend understand. He simply could not believe that his brother executive suffered from a serious illness. There was nothing to do but wait. So it sounds like he just got done explaining him being an alcoholic to a fellow executive that their brother is in trouble. Presently, the man did slip and was fired. Following his discharge, we contacted him. Without much ado, he accepted the principles and procedure that helped us. He is undoubtedly on the road to recovery. To me, this incident illustrates lack of understanding as to what really ails the alcoholic and lack of knowledge as to what part employers might profitably take in salvaging their sick employees. This has changed a lot. There are laws around this now. Okay. I'm not going to get into the laws. Okay. This is what it comes down to. If you work for a company and you have an alcoholism problem, if you go to the company and say, I need help, there is nothing they can do about it but get you help. It's a matter of covering your ass. But if they find you drunk at work and other things, then they can fire you. Okay. But you got to ask for help. It's that willingness portion again. Even the employers are starting to understand that. If you desire to help, it might be well to disregard your own drinking or lack of it. Whether you are a hard drinker, a moderate drinker, or a teetotaler, you may just have some pretty strong opinions, perhaps prejudices. Okay? Don't ever be angry at alcohol. Don't be angry at alcohol. Nope. You can be upset with the disease as a whole, but not alcohol. If you're trying to reform somebody, it isn't going to work like that. Okay? Oh, no, don't you understand? No, doesn't work like that. Patience, serenity. When you're 12-stepping somebody, you want to meet them where they're at, right? But you also want to have a presence of calm and serenity. You need to be something that somebody else wants, or they're not going to see any hope. If you're over there evangelizing, say how horrible alcohol is, you're going to turn this person off. Nobody likes that shit. Okay. Do I dislike alcohol? Not particularly. I don't really have any say on it. I do know this. I cannot safely put alcohol in my body. That's it. That's as far as my opinion goes on alcohol itself. Okay. Alcohol didn't do this to me. I did this to me. Alcohol didn't do it. I just utilized alcohol as a way. So I can't blame alcohol either. Just like I couldn't blame my parents, like I couldn't blame my teachers and the government for who I am. No. Is alcohol on your resentment list? It wasn't on mine. I don't know. There are some people that hate it that much. So if we're supposed to be neutral. So hi, Kathleen. Good to see you. I hope you're staying warm. That cold front you got right now is headed our way. It's going to be -7 on Thursday here. So my car is not going to start that day. I already know. It's having a hard time starting now. So, all right. If you desire, whether you are, okay, those who drink moderately may be more annoyed with an alcoholic than a total abstainer would be. Okay. Just like there's nothing, yeah, is it? And there's your, I was listening to you and you must have said fuck like 3 times. Wow. 30 feet. Oh, may not be going anywhere for Christmas. Whew. All right. Whenever you want to, you can control your drinking. Okay, I need to go back. As a moderate drinker, you can take your liquor or leave it alone. Whenever you want, you control your drinking. It's probably not a person you're going to be talking to. Of an evening, you can go on a mild bender, get up in the morning, shake your head, and go to business. To you, liquor is no real problem. You cannot see why it should be to anyone else save the spineless and the stupid. Right? So what is that? That is stigma, is it not? That's why you got to be careful on how you approach people. I'm going to give a great example. My first wife, she's my ex-wife. I grew up Mormon, but they don't allow you to have more than one wife anymore, so I got out. You can laugh at that. It's funny. It's a polygamy joke. I grew up Mormon. I can joke about it. So there. I am related to John Taylor. So okay, so I'm related to John Taylor on my dad's side. My little brother and sister are related to John Taylor on their dad's side. So not only are they my half brother and sister, they're also like my fourth cousin. And they don't like to talk about it. I think it makes them think like we're kissing cousins and shit. That our family did something wrong. Nothing. No, it didn't happen, but they just won't talk about it. I don't know why. I'm gonna bring it up during Christmas though, see if I can't get them to. All right. When dealing with an alcoholic, there may be a natural annoyance. Okay. You may have a natural annoyance. I get annoyed sometimes. Sure, I do. Okay. But listen to this. When dealing with an alcoholic, there may be a natural annoyance that a man could be so weak, stupid, and irresponsible. Okay. Now you have to remember that they're talking about a person who is non alcoholic talking to their alcoholic employee. Let's remember that. Okay. So what they're doing is they're describing how they may feel, that they may feel that they may get annoyed. Okay. Even when you understand the malady better, you may feel this feeling rising. A look at the alcoholic in your organizations is sometimes illuminating. Is he not usually brilliant, fast thinking, imaginative, and likable? When sober, does he not work hard and have a knack of getting things done? I'm actually getting in trouble at work because I've been getting things done, and I'm annoyed. If he had these qualities and did not drink, would he be worth retaining? Right? Should he have sent the same consideration as others ailing employees? Is he worth salvaging? If your decision is yes, whether the reason be humanitarian or business or both, then the following suggestions may be helpful. If you want to go find them, it's on page 140. All right. So when alcoholic works for an organization and that organization approaches them saying, hey, we'd like to get you some help. Okay. Instead of letting you go, what we'd like to do is get some help for you. Okay. Then I'm going to tell you, you best stick with that company. If they care enough to approach you, and because legally they could just fire you. If you're not asking for help, they can just fire you. In Colorado, you can be fired for any reason at all, and they do not need to tell you. Okay. But it is also a right to work state, which means nobody can tell me whether I can apply for a job or not. Okay. Now you may not have the qualifications, but you can still apply. You're not going to get interviewed. Then there, when that happens, their chances of getting sober and staying sober go up. And I'll tell you why. Good morning, Facebook user. I don't know who that is, but that was fucking funny. Considering what I go through all the time. Good morning to you too, Facebook user. God. Oh, this has been a fun one this morning. Even though we're trying to understand the malady, right? So their chances go up, and they go up. Well, think about it. You're going to work and you're putting on a facade, and these people approach you and, "Hi, Ingrid, it's good to see you, honey." Um, and they approach you and say, "Hey, we understand, your drinking's kinda out of control. We'd like to get you some help." Okay? It's probably it's I need, I'm thinking back. I used to work for a company called Electronic Payment Systems, and I was the, manager of the agent relations department. And, 2 years later, we would be in court. They fired me. Replying to Facebook user. We're having too much fun this morning. Um, they could have easily just told me, "Hey, can we get you some help?" But the, owners were too busy doing cocaine themselves. We would end up in federal court in Houston. I worked for another company, and we sued them for $7 million. Now that doesn't seem like much. Then it was 7 million now it's nothing. And that was what, 12 years ago. So not that long ago. And all they did was, you know, they didn't ask me any professional questions about what I did as a professional. All they asked was my drinking. Now, weren't you found underneath your desk, drunk and passed out? No, no, I wasn't. Here's my thing. I never drank on the job, ever. I didn't drink on the job. I wouldn't have a liquid lunch because I knew that if I started, I wasn't coming back. I wasn't coming. I wouldn't come back. I knew if I drank at work, I wasn't getting nothing done. I would leave. So I won't get into the legal part, but understanding the malady. Okay, so and what they talked about was non-alcoholics, employers, right? We're going to go through this too. Okay, there are times at detox where one person has just gone through every single peer with different plans. Right? It can be tough, but we always have to be patient. You have to be patient, kind, and tolerant. Okay. When I get in this sit- when I am in those situations, what I do is I think back to when I was in detox, and then suddenly I'm fine because, but for the grace of God, go I. That person is me. It's just a drunk version of me, but it is me. Okay. So let's take that into account. A lot of people don't like to work with wet drunks because they don't have the patience. Okay. But it kind of tells us that if you want good long term sobriety, that you have to. Okay. That you do. You have to work with wet drunks. They're called, 12-step calls. Okay. And we still do them. I think they call them night watch now. That's what they call it here. I don't know where it's called everywhere else, but a bunch of people hang out, which I think is pretty cool. And there's a 12-step call. I'm not sure what happens. I'm sure two people go, or I'm not sure how it works, but it still works. So we need to do more of it. We need to do more of it. And even when we do more of it, I'm going to say we need to do even more because what'll happen if we do more of it, then our community grows. And guess what? Guess what? Now there's going to be twice as many people to help. So not this. Okay, then this. So we must always be searching for newcomers. Okay, we can't wait for them to just show up in the rooms for us to be able to take care of. Go find them. Go find them. You know, having suffered from alcoholism, I should understand the illness, but sometimes I feel annoyance, even contempt, towards a person who cannot make it in AA. We go through this. We do. And it isn't that we're annoyed, and I don't know that I want to call it contempt. But yeah, sometimes we can get frustrated with somebody because we know they're this close. We know that they're so fucking close, and we just want to push them, put them over the fucking edge. But you can't. You can't. Or it won't take effect. If we do it for them, it won't take effect. Okay? Sometimes these people are going to die on you before you can get them well. Right? I'm thinking of a friend named Tim. He and I we were sober playmates. We got sober at the same time and we had the same sponsor. Both of us had a relapse problem. He didn't make it. I lost him. It still fucking hurts. That was 5 years ago we lost him. So, I mean, this program is going to hurt sometimes. Sometimes, and I think that's where it's kind of, well, I don't even want to compare. That's not cool. I don't want to do that. It's okay. Thank you. It's okay. It's just that he was so close, man. He was one of the coolest guys, and so. All right, what else does the book have to say? When I feel that way, I'm satisfying my soul, my false sense of superiority, and I must remember, but for the grace of God, there go I. What the hell did I just say? I swear to God, I didn't read it. Go watch football with me. The announcers I will say something, and then the announcers say it. Yesterday, I was watching it with my father-in-law, and it's like, you just said that. You just said that. Didn't you just say that? Yep. It's just the natural flow of things. And it's beautiful. It's empathy. Let's talk a little bit about empathy, and then we'll wrap up. Fair? Because I said I was going to talk about empathy in this. We're going to need empathy, not sympathy. No, sympathy is bad. Sympathy means that I'm going to sit down and feel bad with you. Empathy means I'm going to listen and give you the space that you need in order to heal. Sympathy, jumping into the problem with the person. Empathy, meeting them where they are at. Of your mom. Yeah, I know you've been doing some stuff. It'd be so much nicer if it was rainbows and butterflies. I'll tell you how I feel about, like, yesterday, my wife got in a bad mood, and I don't like it when the people that I love aren't doing well. It bothers me. That includes my friends here. Sometimes I'll see things going on with you guys, and I'll stop. I'll be like, hey, God, no. No, 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 dude. I want things to be a little bit better for them. And this, I'll tell you what it is that I pray for almost every single time. Courage. God, can you please help this person with some courage? Because I bet if they had it, that they would follow through on what you're asking them to do. Just saying. I'll pray for your happiness before I pray for my own. Because I don't like it when my friends are sad. It's like having a party and that one person that's just sad. I want all my friends to be happy. And I can't control that. Sure I can. I can come on here. I can make jokes. I can let people know that I understand where they're coming from, and that they're that they're not all alone. No problem. I'd be happy to do that. Nobody in this world deserves to be alone. I don't care who it is. Even the people I don't like. No, I don't want them to be alone. That sucks. That sucks. And I really do hope that everybody has a great 2023. I know we joke around about 2022, but this was a good year, man. This was a good year for me. I got a lot of healing done. I got a lot of things done. And I couldn't have been able to do any of it without God and AA. So while we're out there and we're talking with other people, let's bring out our empathy a little bit. Maybe think, that person's going through something else. Remember, it's Christmas time, and this is a time of giving. So, all right. Understanding the malady, that's what we got. We also found out today that we got to get back into to employers. What about the family afterward? The family afterward it has got so much stuff in it. In fact, how long is it? It's kind of long. I may just take, let's see here. Whoo. It's 14 pages, but I think it needs to be read. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Gotcha. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. Peace out and have a day. Bye bye.